See, so as I talk to myself over here, I'm looking to improve myself. I'm looking to make sure that now it's much more how I feel. That no matter what, that people have one image. And that's it. For sure, everything is done. For sure, if you can understand everything is one, then understand that you can never get jealous when you see everything is one. For sure, everything they have is one with you. For sure, everything that you see that they have achieved in their life is one with you. For sure, everything is I first. I first is everything. So come back to the word I. When you believe that other people have more than you, then say everything is one. Because everything is one. For sure, all that you're looking for is an image. I mean, you understand? I understand I never need an image of myself smoking cigarettes and doing drugs. I never need that image in my life again. I never need to have images of myself lighting up cigarettes and touching cigarettes and packing cigarettes and smelling cigarettes and being with cigarettes ever again. I never need cigarettes because my dad is smoking cigarettes. I never need to have an image of me smoking cigarettes with my dad. I mean, understand? I never need those images. I never need the images of me doing drugs. I never need those images. So you're sculpturing your life forward. And you have to be ahead of the game about that. Because everybody's chasing some kind of image. So I can see it straight away. I can see how people are just chasing some image in life. So if you want to chase an image of yourself, then chase yourself to become the best version of yourself. And understand straight away that you learn something. Learn something new for yourself, regardless of the situation. Learn how to have yourself the best time. So, an image of me having a kid, which I can do so. For sure, although it's much more how I feel. That I never need to have sex with other people. I understand something now. It's much more how I feel. Now I'm doing greater for myself anyway. But if you want that body that you've always been wanting, you have to work out and you have to exercise all day long. You have to exercise all the time. So you must understand straight away that no matter what I do today, is what you put your time into, is what happens. So if you want to have a better image of yourself, then why do you want to do that? Is it because you want to speak more words? Because you believe that somehow maybe that words is the way? I'm pretty sure because you mean what? Come back to the word I. Most people are trying to get to the best image so that they feel more confident. But the only way to be more confident is to speak more words, and it's never to have a physical physique. Physical physiqueness never makes you confident. What makes you confident is the words you speak. The words you speak makes you confident. So people go on a trip and believing that a better looking image of themselves means that they get more confidence. What actually gets you more confidence is being able to talk to an audio program and video program all day long. That's what actually helps you to improve. You must understand that. Jesus Christ shows you that he's much more of a talker than he is a physical type of bodybuilder. Though, you must understand that. Physical aspects of life drown out very quickly. But what's positive about a person is the amount of words that they can give you daily. If you can give positive words of encouragement daily, all the time, you can always be positive with yourself. But times are changing, and things are changing, and I can see it. I'm ahead of the time. But because I'm ahead of the time, I'm understanding where I go with my life. I'm understanding definitely Australia is something different for me. And I need to make more music anyway. But the thing is, the pressure is on. The pressure is on for what? The pressure is on to wake up early in the morning, and I have to understand straight away that I can do it. I can wake up as early as possible to go to work and to get to work. But I'm understanding something now. I'm understanding something that for now, I wake up early in the morning and I enjoy my day. But the privileges of my life are happening. So if I get into a part-time job service, then what I want to do is be somebody who's keeping it going. I keep going with everything I'm doing. And I keep doing my basket performance videos, I keep doing my 1 hour videos on YouTube, and I just put in the effort. I put in the effort because why not do what I love to do? And on the side I do music production too. And I keep it up for a bit. And guess what happens from that point? I just go overseas. I go overseas because I feel that no matter what, that my time is coming to be a father, of course. But what makes me do it at mum's house? At mum's house, I feel over there that I have much more, let's say, family around me. I have much more family around me. I have my mum as my family over there. And with my mum's money, I can go wherever I want. But the thing is that I can go wherever I want, even with my nice and beautiful way of life. I'll go anywhere I want with the words. But I never want to be part of the crowd. I mean, that's the thing about me. Actually, that crowd is leaving the nightclubs, I'm not lying. Actually, all the crowds are going away from nightclubs, eventually. Actually, they're all going to start splitting up. Actually, they go away from each other, eventually. And then never ever see, they never ever see each other again. But they see Daniel Voyage online. They see him still online. Forever. Forever they see me online doing something. I don't know. Now they may laugh at me as well. They may laugh at me for some reason. But the thing is, now is the time for me to advertise. And I can advertise $1 here and there to have my YouTube grow online. But shall I do it? Or shall I have to give Mark Zuckerberg some money? I have to give him some money. And now, what does Jesus Christ say? I mean, Jesus Christ says to go and give him the money so I can advertise myself. I'm not sure though, that's the thing. I'm not sure how much is he looking for. I'm not sure. But the thing is, I can keep the money for myself. I'll do free advertising, Jesus Christ says. That it makes no difference how much times I advertise myself with them. In terms of, it makes no difference between all that's happening with Mark Zuckerberg is I went online on Instagram and I did some free advertising and now he's looking for the money. So he wants me to give him the money. I owe nothing though. I owe nobody nothing. I mean, I understand straight away how I feel about life. I'm learning anyway to succumb to a fact of service with myself over here to have what I need. And what I need to do is just never suffocate myself, but I have money to live. I'm never worrying myself financially anymore. And that's a great achievement, that I always have money. I always have money. I'm always somebody who has money in the bank account. I mean, how is that possible? Well, it's possible. It's possible and that's it. Well, you must understand. So, as I live my life, I'm looking to understand something. I always have money laying around. And I can work full time and have money in my pocket, always. But what do I do with that money? That's the thing. Experiences, yeah? More images here and there. I mean, go overseas. Go travel somewhere. Go and be alone with the money. And use the money to live life. You understand? It's all coming together. But self-promotion here and there. And give people a night to recognize you. Somehow, increase your status with the money. Advertise yourself. with the money. I mean, advertise your business. I mean, try to make more money somehow. I mean, try to make more money with the money you have. I mean, you understand? I mean, it's so simple. I mean, it's just the way it is. But I'm never worrying myself for money. I have money. I have money. Whereas before, when I was a smoker of cigarettes, I never had financial aspects of life. I never had money. And now I have all the time in the world for just myself. I give myself all the time in the world now. I mean, before I had no time for myself even. I had no time for myself because I was giving too much of my time to other people. And I thought that was the way. But it's never the way. I learned that quickly. I fell into danger zones before. I understand? I fell into danger zones where I could have went to kill someone for no reason. I understand? I mean, just because you have to understand it, it's just the way it is. I can see how everything's working out. I can see how people are going different ways. And I can go traveling. I can go travel a bit somewhere. I can sit down on a bus. I can walk to a station. I can walk somewhere. I can travel a bit. But the thing is, I'm learning something anyway. I'm traveling through words of encouragement today. I'm traveling through the words I speak. I'm rushing now. What I need to do also is try to upload my content into Amazon. I try to wake up much more sooner, around 3 o'clock in the morning. I try to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I set up all my watches in terms of all my phones to set the alarm for 3 o'clock in the morning to call Tony Robbins and to call Social Security in America to get myself a tax identification number to eventually do these audiobook programs. And now, who's going to create my covers? Well, sure, I can give some money for people to create my cover, and it's no worries. And it can be a series 1 and series 2 and series 3 and stuff like that. And then I at least understand something. That from that point on, that every single 100 folders or 100 audios I make, I download it into an audiobook and you guys can read it forever. And I have no worries about that. I'm understanding that. I'm understanding, so for myself at least, I'm learning to quickly enjoy myself. But Pinterest, over here I have a lot of work to do on Pinterest. I see all my quotes can go into Pinterest. And what else can I do? I can do all screenshots of all my notes to go into Pinterest. Actually, nah. Actually, it's more how I feel. That there's a way to do all this and just leave it in Mega Drive altogether. I leave it in Mega Drive and let it be. I move on. I move on from it. I mean, what does Jesus Christ do? I mean, Jesus Christ says that's the thing. That it has to go on YouTube as well. For sure, all my content has to go on YouTube as well. And how much content is that? For sure, that's a lot of content. For sure, it's a lot to do. And for sure, Jesus Christ says just let it be on Mega Drive. For sure, let it be on Mega Drive. I mean, let it be that your life is passing you by. I feel my life is passing me by and nobody's watching. Except I. So, what I'm doing is teaching people. I'm teaching people and they're never watching me. I mean, what do I do about this? I mean, Jesus Christ says, let it be that way. I mean, let go and let God. I mean, let go and let God, yeah? I mean, the more you can upload into YouTube, the more people will watch you over time. So, if I do anything in life to succeed, that I'm understanding something. Now, I'll put all the money I have into organizing it to go on YouTube. And I'll make sure of that. I'll make sure it's a podcast of some kind. and I download it and just go and keep uploading it to YouTube. All the content I'll do. Actually, it's just actually, it's keep it going. I mean, keep it going, huh? Actually, first of all, just look at this. I mean, I'll let it be. I'll let it be. Because I have something better to do. See, I understand how it feels to be growing and to be alone throughout life, to be able to persuade myself to understand something. That as I grow and grow myself, I'm realizing that Mega Drive shows me everything that I need. And it just does the job for me, totally. And I never need cigarettes, but the thing is, I'm living with people who smoke cigarettes. I understand? I'm never living with people who smoke cigarettes. I'm living with myself only. I'm living in the words only. I live in the words, and everything else is just by my side over here. So if you're doing drugs, guys, then do drugs in the words. Do drugs in the words. Because the physical aspects of life is something that never fulfills you. And I understand that this happens to many people, where they may want to smoke cigarettes, and they may want to also smoke cigarettes and do drugs, and also be able to talk and be spiritual. And now, if you try to do that, you should never try to succumb to a situation where you have to do drugs physically, because otherwise then it's a physical withdrawal, and everything is a positive withdrawal for yourself to talk positively, and never ever do cigarettes trying to be spiritual about it. Many people are trying to do MDMA and illegal drugs while also trying to be spiritual about all of that. Actually, they're just fooling themselves. They're fooling themselves. Because drugs never make you anything special. In a sense, so make sure you understand straight away. And since I can produce music with the best of people. And I can understand straight away that I have to get myself some synths. I have to get all this stuff, but guess what? It's more hold the money. And if I hold the money, it's doing nothing in the bank. Although it's a safety net. It's a safety net of insurance. That if something may go up to, let's say, worse to worse, that I have money to bury my father, for example. So leave some money in the bank for insurance, so that you have every single day to live. And that's it. Just make sure you're financially wealthy, more than enough for yourself to live life. So let's just say $10,000 in the bank is a safety net for you to just be able to live life and to have food and drink. And make sure you understand that. Make sure you understand how to do that for yourself. And what else can you do? I make sure all the time now that I'm producing music. I'm doing nice and beautiful content over here as well. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning how to grow myself differently. So what I need to do is help myself to make another track in terms of music track. And I feel like I understand straight away how I grow myself differently. And I feel like also producing content. I feel like producing, because the more I produce, the more I can live my life. And that's how I feel. I feel that no matter what, it's all different now. And I'm feeling my way throughout life. But guess what? It's more how I feel. That now is the time to do so. Now, since I'm actually doing my life over here, I'm doing my life and I'm trying to produce content. But I have to go and actually read out to you everything I can to succeed differently, and I need to go and grow myself differently, yeah? So what I want to do is help myself to succumb to an equation where I'm talking so much words to you while also producing music and while also showing you the way to do life. So what I want to do is help myself to elaborate much greater about life, and I'm learning something different. I'm learning to become the best version of myself regardless of the situation. So as I really grow myself, so that's my bass line. So what I want to do is help myself to get the rhythm. I want to get the rhythm. So the rhythm is over here. So rhythms are over here. So let's have a look. I need the rhythm. I need to make a rhythm. But anyway, I feel like starting all over again. And now, if I start all over again, which it's more how I feel. I see that sound here needs to improve. And how to improve the sound? I see somehow I have to improve the sound somehow. And I learn. See, so every single time now I'm learning to just make a new product label, and I start from a new section. And why am I starting something new? Because I'm figuring out a better way to go and do life much greater, and I want to go and do this first. I want to make rhythms. I want to make the rhythm. I want to make the piano melody, and I want to enjoy myself making that. So it's a one note melody. So let's have a look. See, so what I want to do is I want to create a melody. So I'm understanding how people are creating house music and trance music. So Who's Afraid of 137 has to work out. So what I want to do is show you guys very quickly that if I record the systems of OBS systems on this, I can actually show you guys very quickly about what I'm doing. And I'm actually recording myself while doing it, but it's much more how I need to find myself much more able to go and really study upon life over here, why I do certain things the way I do, and it's more how I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning how to grow myself. Yeah, so I'm never boring. I never find my music boring. I feel that no matter what, I want to do up the sounds. Let's have a look. I see now if I do that, if I show you guys much more quickly about what I'm doing, then I want to make sure that you guys can understand straight away how I feel that my music production is suddenly growing, but I'm growing myself in a way that I'm learning. I'm learning how to speak more words around that. So if I listen to the sound, I have to make a better sound. So all I do is I put it into the route to freemium mixer track. I put rename the color. I say R1. So R1, it can be a blue color. So blue color. And I feel that no matter what, that if I get myself in a nice and beautiful way of life over here, I'm learning I can get myself a better way of life where I'm learning how to grow myself differently. So guess what? Pretty much it's more how I feel that everything's different for me now, because I'm learning how to have an exemption for myself. See, so guys, so what I want to do is create fast tracks, and never fast tracks, but I want to create something for nothing. I want to do a greater job for myself anyway, to deliver information services. So I feel I've been failing in my music production so much, and I just did create just recently just some music tracks of Hans Zimmer with the nice beautiful tones, but I feel that no matter what, I'm learning something now. I'm learning how to just do my life over here. I mean, guess what? It's much more how I feel. I feel that I'm ready to go and just never kill myself, but to enjoy myself. I'm enjoying myself differently. I'm learning to orchestrate my life differently. I'm looking to say what I need to say and do what I need to do to succeed differently is what I'm doing. And I'm learning to help myself to be the best I can be daily to enjoy my life. So what I need to do daily is help myself to see exactly the time, and the time is now. To succeed and to do much more in your life is the way to go about it. So I'm understanding straight away how I need to go and grow myself differently. Of course, I need to find ways to do my life much greater. So I'm understanding how I appreciate what my mum gave me, and I want to help myself to deliver information right now, to have a service of information to deliver content. But I feel that no matter what that I'm learning, how my melody structure needs to be better. I'm learning to go by the melody, and I feel no matter what, I see the bassline rhythms over here. I still see no melody. I still have to create a melody for it, and that's it. I promise you, create the melody and orchestrate the melody the way I need it to be in the music track, and keep it going the whole way through. This is what I need to do. Life greater. I have to do life greater like this for myself. So as I grow and grow myself differently, I'm looking to help myself to elaborate much greater around my life, to help myself to see exactly how I need to go and do my life greater. So, so that's why I have images of my work over here. I have images of my work to see exactly how I went and done my Mega Drive in terms of my music, and how I'm actually looking at my music over here, and how I need to go and orchestrate a better way for myself to improve. So I'm learning how to decrypt myself in a better way. I'm looking to help myself to expand. So I'm looking to help myself to do greater all the time. So I put 1 terabyte into my 2021 album, and I let it be that way. So I'm actually understanding on Zonify over here, where I can just go extras, and I can just go, let's just see the nice and beautiful way of life over here, which is upload, and I have images of the program, just to see straight away the image of how everything looks like. And I want to see my image of a Zonify. It's just like that. But it's more how it starts off, and then it goes into something different. And it's more how it is. And I feel that no matter what, I can see straight away how I'm dwelling by life. But that's just the nice and beautiful kick. It starts off with the kick and 3 melodies, and then it builds up for a bit. Then it goes into something new, and then something new, and then something new. While also adding to the program something different along the way. And below and beneath that is all automation. And then I understand straight away how I feel about what I'm doing. I see that. So let me just go and see straight away how I feel about Ozonify. And Ozonify is something different I did make, and I'm learning to just orchestrate my music differently. But it's in me. I'm pretty sure I do have skills to make music, but it's much more how I feel different. I feel different because I need to make more music differently, and it's a long project, so it's more how what I mean. It's much more how it is. See, Allah should never kill. See, Allah should never kill. want to go see the images of the design. I want to see images of Allah Shall Never Kill and how it actually works out for me personally. And I'm going to be that way. I mean, as long as you guys can live today, I mean, that's the important matter. To reconsider yourself as somebody much more is the best way forward. And I feel that no matter what, that you guys understand straight away how I feel. And I feel that no matter what, I'm learning much greater about what I need to do. So I'm learning much more privileges. I'm looking at much more privileges of my life. I'm looking at nice and beautiful empathy. I'm looking at a better way of dealing with life. I'm looking to see how my business is moving forward in different realms and different ways of life. And I have a portable speaker. I have the best portable speaker I ever had in terms of my studio, my music studio. I see straight away how I feel. I'm doing much more music today than ever before. And I understand straight away how I can go and do that for myself. But the sounds is something that I need to collaborate much more. That I need to help to elaborate much greater upon my life. And I need to go and grow myself differently. So as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for much more better ways of dealing with my life. So of course it starts off with a melody, and then it goes into the nice and beautiful way of life over here. And it just continues all the way through. And it's just the way it is. And I need sound effects as well. So I have sound effects. I have room for sound effects as well. And I have to make sound effects. I see it's much more how it is. I see it's much more how I need to use automation, and I need to go and start my life forward. So as I make music, I mean, I have time for it. I have time to make my music, and it's much more how I feel that no matter what, I'm learning. I'm learning how to orchestrate my music to have a tempo where I'm learning to make music with myself. I'm learning to never kill myself. I'm learning to ask Jesus Christ to help me with everything. I ask Jesus Christ to go and do my work for me. I mean, Jesus Christ says, yeah, I mean, let Jesus Christ do your work for you. I mean, go and do what you want. I mean, understand? I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning. I'm learning how to do my life much greater. And food and drink never fulfills me either. And I can see that. So what I want to do is, I want to be in quiet. I want to be in quiet notion. I feel quiet days of life over here with me. And I can listen to my music that I just did create with Hans Zimmer. So I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about lifestyles and life techniques to help myself to deliver content much more. I feel how much more content I can create on my own, but I feel I'm alone. I feel I'm alone. I feel I have to do my life much greater while I'm talking. I have to do my life much greater while I'm talking to you. And I can play poker while also talking to you. And that's the thing. Actually, it actually does work out for me to do that for myself. And it's much more how I feel. I never need to play poker. I just need to talk to you guys. I need to be able to grow myself, and I see how I've been rushing programs. I've been rushing everything in my life. I'm not sure why. But I've been delivering content. I see straight away how I feel. I see how I need to go and do a way of life with you guys. today. And I need to speak positively is what I want from that. And I need to create content in terms of words is what I want to achieve. So as I really grow myself, I need to understand something. I need to lift myself. And I'm lifting myself, and my track of Hans Zimmer is lifting me already. I feel it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, it's much more I need to grow myself differently. So as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for ways to improve my life around. I'm looking for a better way. I'm looking for something to do. I'm looking for something to do with my life every year. But how far do I want to go? I mean, how far do I want to live my life? I see Mark Ellis saying umro dosade, which means that I'm dying from boredom. I'm never dying from boredom though. I'm not sure Mark Ellis had never said that. But it's more how I feel. I feel it's more how I need to go and develop myself differently. So I feel I'm learning that I have one life. I have one life only. So it's more sex never satisfies me. Which if I have 3-4 women with me over here, which there's no time for even myself anymore, I understand that straight away. I feel I understand straight away how to do life grander. I feel that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about the notion of helping myself to deliver content in my life. So as I go and grow myself differently, I'm learning to just help myself to speak more words. As I speak more words, I feel I'm doing greater. I feel that no matter what, it's more how I feel. I feel that it's much more how I need to go and grow myself differently. So I feel different. I feel I'm learning aspects of life differently. I'm looking for better inspiration. I'm looking for more inspiration, but I never feel ashamed of myself to show people my ICU track because I'm showing people all of it. So it's more how I feel. I feel it's much more how I need to grow myself differently anyway. I see anyway, so I feel excellent. I feel it's just the way I need it to be. And I need to understand straight away that I'm learning very quickly about the notion of life. I love my life differently, so as I really grow myself differently, I'm looking for better ways of improving myself. But what can I do? I mean, all I can do is more words. I feel my life is different, but anyway, I'm learning to orchestrate myself differently. I'm learning to see that I have to do something today to get myself ahead of the crowd. And to get myself ahead of the crowd, I need to do something about it. I mean, what do I need to do? I have to go and talk more words. I also have to produce more music. And that's it. And I have to upload content. I have to upload content too. That's it. And I have to live alone. It sucks to live alone. It sucks to live alone, but I'm never alone either. I'm alone and I'm never alone. I'm alone and never alone. So it's more how I feel. I feel different. I feel I have to do Avicii music, I have to do IO music, I have to go and do all this other music as well. And I'm looking for the motivation. I'm looking for inspiration. I'm looking for a way to never procrastinate. But I'm learning very quickly about what I'm doing. But the FL Studio piano roll is the way to do that. I can make the whole transition into it. And it does actually work out for me to just make that kind of snapshot into the arrangement of FL Studio with rhythms in it. Actually, it works out for me, but it never takes my time. Actually, I'm adding time to my life, but I understand straight away how I feel. Now I can go around the world now, producing my content and learn my life differently. I mean, it's not how I feel. I feel different. So I feel I've done the Hans Zimmer track nicely and beautifully. I feel different. I feel it's not sure how I need to go and grow myself differently. So congratulations about my track with Hans Zimmer. It's not sure how I feel. And it's something new, but I feel that no matter what, I'm learning that nice and beautiful way of life. I'm looking at new aspects of life over here. I'm looking to gain inspiration, and I'm looking to encourage myself. I have to encourage myself to do greater. I see how people tend to start eating much more because they feel it's a solution. I mean, they feel that eating food and drink is a solution. I mean, I understand straight away how I feel. I feel no matter what that if I do a short track, I realize it's not sure how I need to go and grow myself regardless of the situation. And I need to give more money. I have to give more money to have much more occupation in music production. So definitely, I give myself a DJing deck, and I definitely do that. And I need to produce much more music. I have to DJ more music. I have to DJ my music as well. I mean, there's so much I want to do, but I have to find more time to do it. But I have all the time in the world now. I understand that, so what I'm doing is I'm learning something different. I'm enjoying myself, but Hans Zimmer's music in terms of his melodies are inspiring me. I mean, that's the way it is. I'm learning. I have to be by myself, huh? I mean, why? I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, nothing's stopping me from contacting them today, in terms of contacting people today to be with me. But the thing is, I have no time for them. And then I find myself alone. And then I say, hey, I'm better off alone. And then it's like, hey, when I'm alone, then it's like, fuck, I need to be with people. And then when I'm with people, and I say I need to be alone. I mean, that's the thing, yeah? I mean, opposites attract. I have actually, although everything is attracting each other. I mean, just go and learn something anyway. I mean, learn to be the best you can be, and that's it. I mean, learn to understand straight away that I'm learning very quickly about my life. I just made music recently, but I never am losing anything about what I'm doing. I'm learning how to grow myself regardless of the situation. I'm learning how to do my life greater. So what I do is I grow myself differently. I'm learning different aspects of life, so I'm learning how to grow myself, but it's actually working out for me. And what is working out for me? Actually, it's just the way it is. Actually, my life is working out. So what's this? See this guy over here. See, I love you too, bro. See, this guy always has some of my videos, and he keeps his. I see he keeps my videos in his pocket, and what he does is he's trying to give me a bad reputation or a negative reputation. So, show him what I'm doing over here in terms of life. Show what I'm doing over here. So it's much more how I feel that I'm learning very quickly about life over here. So as I grow myself differently, I'm looking to help myself to have a great time. I'm learning to have myself a great time with what I'm doing. So anyway, so what I want to do is I just move on. I help myself to explain something different for myself. And it's more how I feel. I feel that it's much more how I learn to see that other people are just stuck in the past about what I've said, and they hold on to. I see they hold on to my words. See, it's more how I feel. See, they create all this kind of gibberish stuff about me, and it's more how they're retaliating and they're showing me how I was before, and I can see that. See, anyway, so since I'm actually growing myself, I realize it's much more how I need to go and grow myself. So I learn to evacuate systems and look to improve myself. But those people who hold on to your words are people who are never your friend. I mean, the people who are against you on some kind of level because they hold you to your word, and they believe that you must go and do them instead of you. So what you need to realize is if you want to give them silence or the notion of silence, it's much more better for you to realize to just relax and just go yourself and just understand straight away that I'm learning very quickly. That I'm learning how I ran away from the crowd. I ran away from people, and it's much more how I feel, like asking Jesus Christ to see why am I creating music like this. When Jesus Christ says, because I need to learn more. I need to learn more. See, it's much more how I feel. I have more privileges now. But is it satisfaction or pressure? Yeah. Pressure now, what other privileges do I need? I see it's much more how people are lost about me and they never appreciate me and my empathy and what I do about life. So, since that's the case, I never care about them and what they think. I mean, that's the thing. So, they're trying to make me upset. So, what you do is you send them positive material and just understand straight away. See, I mean, just go and ask them and say, I mean, ask them where is it, or see, just ask them where is your YouTube account. Tupe, you know. Say why not. So where is your YouTube? So where is so ask where is your YouTube account. see it's much more how it is. I see it's more how you have to go and grow yourself differently. I see vino fucking. I say it's the vino fucking. Say it's the vino fucking. See, so I'm just learning to just reply to this guy to show you something now. I never want to talk to him ever again. I never want to talk to people who hate me. And it's more how I feel. See, it's much more how you have to understand straight away that I'm learning, yeah. I'm learning how to grow myself differently. And as I grow myself, I'm showing people my positive videos of myself, but they just hold on to negative videos of myself. And it's nothing negative either. It's just words. It's just holding on to words. They're holding on to these words of jealousy. I mean, they're never words of jealousy. Apparently, they're words of mine that I gave. That is just something that they hold on to, and they're so jealous of me because of it. That's all it is. I see anyway. I see it's much more how I feel that I'm learning quickly about life, but I'm learning myself into favor over here to show myself differently, how to grow myself differently. So as I ask, I shall receive. So what I'm asking for is a better I. I'm asking for a better way of life. And I have to create a better life regardless. So I'm learning to understand straight away. So anyway, I'm learning how to develop on my life. So as I learn how to grow myself differently, I'm learning how to love myself. I love I. I'm learning to enjoy myself, but it's more how I need to grow. So I'm growing myself in different ways. So it's much more how I need to see life, and I see Barker can now see my life over here, and she can tell how I do my life over here, and because she's gone from this world now. So I'm learning how my life is strictly much better than other people's lives. I hear her say. I understand. I see the guy prefers my old videos. I prefer all videos. I understand. I understand. You do. So why do you prefer my older videos? I understand you do, though. Why do you prefer my older videos? First, this guy's against me. First, he hates me. First, I understand. I see. Anyway. I'm learning how to perform and outperform much greater. See, it's because of something I said. I said something about life that they're against. So they're against me. So I love haters. I love haters. So I love haters. See, so for myself over here, I'm learning something. I'm learning to grow myself differently. But there's a nice and beautiful vocabulary over here. of information, and I feel different. I feel that there's nowhere else to go except over here. I'm learning. I'm learning how to control myself, but since somebody prefers my old videos of me, I'm actually stuck in the past. I'm actually stuck in the past about what I said, yeah? So I'm not gonna be that way. Actually, it's much more how I feel. I understand. I learn how this guy has all of my videos from the past. And if I never made those videos, I promise you, how do I get to see myself? I have somebody always sending me videos of how I used to look like. And I move up on different skill sets and different ways of thinking and different ways of being. So I show myself much more love and support. I see it's much more how I feel. I understand at the moment I never even want to go to Amber Burn, and at the moment with Tony Robbins, probably it's so much different with Tony Robbins now. I'm understanding that with YouTube and all this, I feel that no matter what, that I see that I'm growing my YouTube channel and everything. But it's not sure how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning how to have all this music. And now this music, I produce it. And guess what happens with that music? I mean, what happens? I mean, first of all, I understand straight away. I'm making music, and now I have to make an event around town. But I have a podcast, I have a music podcast. And I'm learning the different architectures of music and everything. So I'm learning how to deliver content. I'm learning how to enjoy myself regardless of the situation. So as I grow myself is how I reap rewards, and I enjoy myself anyway. I see myself anyway. I prefer everything. I do I only. I thank God for always giving me another chance. I say Jesus daily. I thank you. I say it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for information centers, I'm looking for different ways of thinking and different ways of being. So I have more than enough success all the time. I'm learning how to have a way forward in my life. So I'm learning how to enjoy myself regardless of the situation at hand. See, so it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning how to grow myself, to exemplify myself as somebody. But what can I do? I mean, that's the way it is. I'm just here in this life to bypass it. And I'm here to live life much greater. That's all I'm doing now. I'm just doing a greater way of life, and I'm learning to see exactly that in terms of my life. And I'm learning to procrastinate never again. I never again procrastinate. I'm just learning to see that when people send you a message saying, hey, I want to see you if you're coming to the program or not, and if it's suddenly from those people that you actually want to see because they were on an Instagram advertisement and you did click up to see their newsletter, but they send you a message saying, hey, I'm just messaging you to see exactly, are you showing up to my event? And are you doing it for this reason or this reason? Then it makes me feel like I want to come now because somebody's contacting me about it. And that's something that's feedback, and it actually does work. And I understand that. So That's something that's successful. So just because he does message me like that means that he does care about me, really. And if you're sending people messages of anything, then it means you do care about them. But that's how you become successful. You send people messages, yeah? But when you're sending people messages, you send it to them online somewhere. And if they want to watch you, they can watch you. And if not, guess what? At least you're doing a great job for yourself. And that's how I'm understanding life now.